It's now day 27 of the media finding its balls.
Hey, Congressman, there is zero chance that we're going to move on until the answers to the questions that present itself at least get notice from the White House.
Welcome to day one of what is arguably the biggest presidential scandal involving a foreign government since Iran-Contra.
We have never taken seriously from the very beginning, Russia hacked our election. That was a 9/11 scale event. They attacked the core of our very democracy. That was a Pearl Harbor scale event.
Thank you, Mr. Mustache. Okay. After 8 years of sitting on their hands in a unicorn onesie made of kitten barf, the media now wishes to speak truth to power. Oh, for so long they avoided such bravery because how could they call into question their super-duper dream date, Barack Obama? He was so dreamy. So they checked their spines at the door, turned both eyes blind, and dropped to their knees. So now listening to the media yakking about doing their job after so much sucking up, it's like listening to a fart describe its own smell. Well, here's Frank Rich in the New York Times talking about journalists under Trump. Quote, everyone's on their phones. Yeah, they're on their phones. It's 2017, Frank. Who the hell isn't on their phones? Jackass. Now, they could have found the same excitement, the same shocking revelations in Obama's White House, but instead they hibernated. Till now. I wonder why.
I don't have to tell you what I'm going to do in North Korea. Wait a minute. I don't have to tell you what I'm going to do in North Korea. Where are you from?
BBC.
Okay. Here's another beauty. How much longer should we stay here, folks? Are you a friendly reporter? Go ahead. Yes. Hi. Oh, this is going to be a bad question, but that's okay.
Not bad. He could host a reality show. Now, before, a Republican president was always the punching bag, reporters hitting them always on the same things, compassion and honesty and character. This was the reverse. Trump treated them like the piñata, and he's the Ritalin-loaded kid with a bat covered in nails. So, media, you wanted transparency. That's Trump. He won't shut up. You find out more about him in a day than you did in 8 years of Obama. I know Trump's one hell of a ride. Every day, something new, something crazy. I keep expecting to wake up and find out Trump devoured a live panda, which I would support because pandas suck. I mean, why should we care if they're endangered if they don't? Anyway, after the comfortable sweater of Obama, the media is now faced with a monster like they've never seen. But that monster is you. It's a real person with a real personality. Does Trump's bluster cause the same pain as Obamacare? Is it on par with blaming a video for Benghazi or hounding James Rosen or the IRS hounding you? Under Obama, the press fanned division, anti-police sentiment, labeled everything racist. The country was on fire and the press was roasting marshmallows. Yeah. So I asked, yeah, I'll take it. How can Trump's attacks on the press actually hurt the press? Since Thursday, they haven't shut up about him. No one's being silenced. Instead, dissent is erupting all over. My God, Trump is great for the press, the way Obama never was. Under Obama, you spoke no truth to power. So now you just can't shut up about it. No wonder you're as popular as a hooker's cough. Period. All right, kill me. Yeah. There's nothing worse than a hooker's cough.
Yeah.
That's the name of my boat, by the way.
Right.
Kill me.
Hooker's cough.
Trump doesn't hate all media. He happens to like a specific morning show. I want to play this sound on tape.
The tone is such hatred. I watched this morning a couple of the network, and I have to say, Fox and Friends in the morning, they're very honorable people. They're very, not because they're good, because they hit me also when I do something wrong. But they have the most honest morning show.
There you go. Now, can I ask you a question? What is he using here? The principle of reciprocity? It's like an element of persuasion, where if he compliments you, you almost feel obligated to continue the relationship. It's almost, I think, harder. It's harder to be complimented than it is to be criticized. Does that make sense to you?
Nope.
Okay.
So I just want to know. You had a boat And there's been so many summer days when we've hung out at the Hookers Club, and you've never invited me out.
You are deflecting.
Okay.
You are deflecting.
I just saying, I would love to be on Gutfeld's yacht. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Here's what I think about
That's what they call it.
This is why I asked you, can you play the whole soundbite? Because the rest of the soundbite said, they hit me when they feel it. When he says, when I'm wrong, they hit me, but they're honorable about it. And I'll give you, for us personally, when he was going at Megyn Kelly, I went right back at him.
I remember that.
When he said George Bush knew about weapons of mass destruction, I went right back at him. When he said he knew about 9/11, I went right back at him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I see him, we still did the interview. We still were able to talk about it. And I think he respects when you call it as you see it. I don't wake up every day thinking that he's a horrible person.
Right.
The other problem I have is, for me personally, is for 6 years, he called into our show every Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
And he would take every single topic and bring us ratings in that quarter hour.
Right, yeah.
And then we went out we had a Christmas lunch together.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he goes, oh, by the way, I'm running for president. Oh, okay. I guess I have to have lunch with Rubio now.
Yes, exactly. And he made you have the meatloaf.
Yeah,
All right.
just like Chris Christie.
Yes. Angelo, okay, he might be, in my opinion, the most human creature ever to hold office.
Right.
Like, isn't that what, when I say he's the monster is us, he's us, correct? Kind of?
Yeah, he does stuff. But if he didn't behave this way, people would criticize him for doing the opposite.
Right.
So the press always does that. But he's so flawed that the fact that the media still has to make up stories.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys doing with this bust with Martin Luther King? Like,
Right.
There's so many things you can do.
Right.
How can this be a dictatorship, Kat, if the press is screaming about it? Like, oh my God, he's coming after us. But no one's shutting them up. It's not like he's sicking people after journalists, which Obama did with James Rosen.
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. First of all, I'm a little concerned about all the angry letters you're probably going to get from pandas. It's not very nice.
They can't write.
But
that's why they're so stupid.
Yeah,
they can't. A panda has not invented a single thing.
Yeah, pandas are the biggest problem we have right now.
They're the biggest problem.
The thing is, one of my favorite things actually about the Trump presidency is that the media is going after him so hard. They haven't done that. That's what they're supposed to be doing this entire time. I feel better about him not doing things he's not supposed to be doing because I know the media is actually doing its job overall. Now, it's unfair in the sense that they've never done that really for anybody else. Right. But you gotta appreciate a check on government power. Right?
I know. I'm all for it. Tyrus, last word to you. Bring it home with some really savvy content.
Well, as a guy who's been known to have a drunken rant every once in a while in his life, I dig the rants because when I hear him talk, it's like me when I get asked questions by like people like, how much you weigh? I'll tell you how I look, bro. What you want? Like, why you bothering me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy that. Or how heavy's your chain? How much do you weigh? You know, I hate that stuff. So I think when he goes back at them, they're complaining about it, but they love it. Yeah. CNN's not showing up at the next, we've had enough. Fake news, do it without us. No, they come running back every time. It's
I'm a little scared at small talk with you.
Yeah, I hate small talk. I really do. I hate, just get to, what do you need? What do you want to know? 365, 68, cool. Can we go on? I can't stand that.
I just don't like the title, small talk. It's, what does it mean? It's something small, it's bad. The other, I like the fact that he makes these snap judgments that I think we all make. When the Jewish reporter was attempting to be nice to him, but he just jumped in on that.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what I do.
That's what I do.
I do that all the
same
time.
Thing. Like, good morning. Morning what?
Oh, yeah,
I took out the trash, okay?
Exactly.
Back.
And then it's
you don't know me.
And then I think it's a New York thing or something, because then, like, after you snap on a cab driver who was just doing his job or whatever, then you feel really bad, and then you start going, oh, it's okay. So, hey, how's the weather out there? You start to be, that's what he did. It's like, I think he knew the Jewish guy was actually trying to ask a good question, and then he jumped.
Jewish guy took too long.
Yes.
A compliment.
Gotta get to the point.
That was the problem. He was to give him a compliment.
Are you saying it's because he's Jewish? God, I hate this racism. All right. Coming up, my cholesterol. Just roll that. All right. We're still having trouble figuring out this General Flynn fiasco, but we're going to explain it just as soon as I Google the word fiasco.